Let's talk about some lies that new DMs tell themselves that keep them from running epic games. As someone who has been there, I know how intimidating it can be to take on the role of dungeon or game master for the first time. But don't worry, I'm here to help you avoid some of the pitfalls. The first lie let's talk about is I need to have everything planned out perfectly. Not true. While preparation is important, it's impossible to anticipate every player decision and outcome. Not only is it okay to have some flexibility and improvisation in your games, it's good. That's half of the fun of D&D, because remember, the players are the ones driving the story, so prepare the bones and just be ready to adjust on the fly. Lie number 2, I need to know all of the rules. Wrong. Again, just it's not true. D&D has a lot of rules and it's almost impossible to remember them all. Even Matt Mercer has stopped to look up rules before, and the rules aren't that important. I know there's some of you that are fuming at that comment right there, but it's true. All you need to know are the basics and the most common rules that you'll constantly be using, and then just focus on having fun. Some of the most fun I've had as a dungeon master were when I was kind of just making things up and I didn't really know all of the rules. And a fun fact for you, the first 5 sessions or so that I ran, players weren't allowed to play spellcasters because I didn't know how magic worked. And the craziest thing is, everyone still had a great time without any magic in D&D. Well, at least, for a little while. Eventually I did learn how spells and magic in D&D worked, and now they're allowed to play spellcasters. But don't feel like you have to know everything before you can DM. And also, don't be afraid to ask your players for help. They might surprise you with their knowledge and willingness to share. Lie number 3, I have to create an epic storyline. While a good storyline can enhance the game, it's important to remember that the players are the ones driving the story. It's better to create a world with interesting characters and locations and challenges to let your players show off their skills rather than a story they're just playing along with. Also, you don't have to worry about creating your own world or adventures if you don't want to. If writing isn't your thing, just run a pre-written module. Super easy. Which brings me to my next lie that new DMs tell themselves when they run pre-written modules, which is, I can't deviate from the module at all. Again, not true. Make it your own. I look at pre-written modules is a guide, a recommendation, an idea of things that you could do. You can and should make changes to it to fit your group's playstyle and preferences. Don't be afraid to add your own twists, surprises, and keep the game fresh. Lie number 5, I have to play all characters and NPCs perfectly. Well, first off, you can change pre-written characters however you want. So if you're running a pre-written module, don't worry about playing them, perfectly to how the writers of the module intended it. And even when doing that, you will still probably end up creating your own NPCs and making things up on the spot. Some will be better than others, but just take solace in knowing you're going to mess things up. You're gonna mess up things like the accents. You're gonna forget names. Well, at least, unless you're a professional voice actor, you're likely gonna mess up things like accents and voices, and it's all okay, it's all normal. Just have fun with your NPCs and it will be a great time. Overall, being a Dungeon Master can be challenging, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're not a professional, no one expects you to be, and just have fun with it. You're just playing a game with your friends with the purpose and goal of having fun. Thanks for watching and happy adventuring.